The Cardinals making a move on the eve of baseball's trading deadline, picking up a starting pitcher. And no, it's not the Red Sox John Lester. No, not the Rays David Price. The Cardinals have traded for the Indians' Justin Masterson.
Flash. Yes, they were dancing in the streets of Old St. Louis with the news of Justin Masterson joining the ball club. It's a big deal leading up to Major League Baseball's trading deadline. Newsboys rush to get the word out. Of all the pitchers on all the teams, the St. Louis Cardinals go with Justin Masterson. A swell choice, Dan and Margaret of the KY3 High Steppers said. Our boys overseas enjoy hearing the good news. So did this guy. Absolute bedlam in Cardinal Nation.
Yes, Masterson began the season as Cleveland's #1 starter, but then stumbled. The five-time champions will play for third place on Saturday. Now, late tonight, some news coming out that Germany had a copy of Brazil's playbook for at least 3 days to study. Moments ago, Germany's Vice Chancellor for Athletic Affairs spoke to the media about this.
Oh, I see nothing.
Good for me. All right, there you have it. Other half of the World Cup final decided tomorrow between the Netherlands and Argentina.
You can pick any winter's night in Southwest Missouri, and I can find you a packed gym in a small town.
Are you ready?
But many at Galena High School on this night aren't there for the varsity game, but the pregame game. It's the Designer Jeans League. That's jeans with a G.
And I wouldn't call it a disability because they don't let it stop them.
Don't think you can't do it. Believe in yourself.
It's the Galena Bears hosting the Verona. They're grade school through high school age students who leave their learning or social challenges in the locker room and everything else on the court.
And the smiles on their faces are so worth it. Bring me a basket right here. Good job, Victor. Come on, guys, you got it.
Given the chance, now they've run, dribbled, and shot with it, impressing even the varsity athletes.
They get to have their moment to go out there and have someone else cheer for them. So,
what is that like to see that?
It brightens your day.
We had a standing ovation, and they cried because it was an accomplishment. And not only to see our kids play against somebody, but to see them share.
Oh, look, you brought it back to her.
Oh!
It don't matter if you miss or make it. It's just as long as you have fun.
And the fans? They're fanatics.
They need to calm down.
Yeah, I know. They need to calm down.
Spoken like a true veteran. This is Erica's second year in the league. She's not too shy to tell you what she thinks, like not enjoying all the running around.
Back and forth, back and forth.
But she does like the spotlight.
What about if you miss a basket?
Uh-oh.
Not good?
I'm in trouble.
Come on, Ty, come on, come on.
Good job!
It just makes me nervous.
Tammy is just another proud mother. This is her son, Garrett, with ice water in his veins.
What did the players get out of playing for the Incredibles, you think?
Fun, self-confidence, and they get to see that they can do it.
Minutes on a court can last them for days, some maybe a lifetime.
If it's on a Friday, we hear about it till Wednesday. It's not one and done. It's always constant. Oh, did you see the game? Did you see my shot? It's so fun to see him play.
After the game Garrett had, he'd be talking about this one until at least 2 Fridays from now.
You're on fire, dude! Good job!
That ball was going in, it seemed like every time, right?
I was practicing a lot.
Whoa.
I want to see this keep going for the kids.
All right, guys, we're all done.
Good job!
Proud of you. Good job.
Tonight, the scoreboard said Verona won by 2. But the way I saw it, everyone won.
They're like my bestest friends and my teammates. Nothing can change that.
Galena and Crane started playing last year. Verona, Reed Springs, Spokane, Sparta started this year. There's 3 schools considering adding the sport next year, with area businesses helping pay for those costs. At last check, it is a 28-20 Ohio State lead in the 4th. Elliott, 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. By the way, if you turned to watch us just now, thank you so much. But how were you watching the national championship game? ESPN gave the casual viewer many options. There's the traditional coverage on one channel, a round table on another. Also, commentary from ESPN talent and celebrities. Now, you know ESPN isn't the only station giving viewers different options of how to watch. We here at KY3 Sports have also been thinking of ways to improve your viewing experience.
A new way to watch KY3 Sports, Channel 3-1.
Welcome to another edition of Ozark Sports Zone. Those stories and
Channel 3-2, simulcast in German.
Chad Plein ist ein bisschen bulgarisch Bauchtänzerin.
Channel 3-3, desk cam.
So the Chiefs season ends with 3 straight losses.
And Channel 3-4, Broadway.
He tore his ACL, now he cannot play.
That's why KY3 is the place to be.
Hang on, let me blow my nose real quick, okay?
Drug suspension.
That's the way you announce a drug suspension. I can't get enough of the Broadway channel. The month of May entirely devoted to Andrew Lloyd Webber. Good times on a relatively slow sports night.
Sometimes you've got to go back to actually move forward. Why am I talking like this? Can 28 years be erased? Every drought does come to an end. From George Brett to Alex Gordon, you had Bo Jackson and Greg Jeffries, Joe Randa. They never made it. Ooh, I gotta get gas.
Philadelphia must have felt really bad still over the Steve Carlton trade years ago by the Cardinals and Phillies, because today Philadelphia gave the Rams a gift in exchange for an injured, expensive quarterback. Home is a place where you want to hang your hat, feel comfortable and safe. But with house guests in the SEC, basketball coaches can never feel too comfortable, especially at Rocky Top, who is welcoming in the 19th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks. Out to Knoxville we go.
This week, if you were looking for a golfer to cheer on to the Price Cutter Charity Championship, Jason Millard from Murfreesboro, Tennessee would have been the perfect candidate.
He's just a superb young man.
In this world of bad breaks, you want to see the good guy do well. Coming to Springfield, Jason was 1 for 10 on Monday morning qualifiers. He was playing for the memory of his father, who died from leukemia last year, and for the strength of his mother, who's in a wheelchair after her battle with MS. But it's the story of the U.S. Open qualifier that draws you even closer to him.
It's just part of golf, you go through that kind of stuff, and I try to put it past me and move on.
During the U.S. Open qualifying tournament, Millard was playing a shot out of the bunker, just like here at River Cut. As he was hitting the ball, he thought, did he ground the club? It's a 2-stroke penalty if your club touches the sand before you swing. Not sure, Millard continued playing, not taking the penalty, and qualified for the Open by 1 stroke. But in the days that followed, he thought, did he commit that penalty? It haunted him. On the drive to the U.S. Open tournament, he called the USGA. They said there's no proof, no TV, no marshals, no witnesses. They left it up to Millard to decide his fate. He withdrew from playing in his dream tournament thinking he might not have earned it.
I thought that was the right call to make at the time, and unfortunately it happened at the worst time.
He wanted to be fair to everybody else. He didn't want any questions in that, so I applaud him for that, and I'm sure a lot of people do.
If Millard would have played in the U.S. Open and made that cut, he could have played in the final round on Father's Day. Instead, he spent the day with his father at the cemetery, and since has been crisscrossing the nation, hoping to qualify and make his dreams come true.
It's just such a great moment of integrity with a person. It says so much more about the person than anything around a golf could tell.
But sadly, he did not make the field of the Price Cutter Charity Championship. A 1 over par left him leaving the Ozarks and heading for another course in another state, looking for that big break.
I've done this since I was 4 or 5 years old, so I love the game and love competing, and that's why I come out here every week.